All right, everybody, we are in for a treat. Definite integral notation, which just means we're going to be taking our definite integral and expressing it in its limit notation here. I know when most people look at this, it looks a little overwhelming. You do not have to memorize all this. We'll talk about what that means in a minute as we're working on questions. But I want to point out a few things about this. These two things are equal. And so this limit as n approaches infinity of this summation is what we represent when we draw a definite integral symbol. A and B are going to be the same values there, here, there. And it's like the other two things are just kind of switching places. So this is f of x, right? This is our change in x right here, or our dx, so they're just swapping places. All right, and again, it's just saying we're adding together an infinite number of rectangles, right? This is the base, this is the height. That's what this says as well. This is the base, this is the height. We're going to add together an infinite number of rectangles. So, again, I listed the formula up here, okay? And I've given us a question. You do not have to remember, all this stuff. It's going to be written in the question for you as long as it's multiple choice. But here's what I can see, okay? I can see that b minus a is equal to 4. And it shows up two places, right? It shows up right here, and it shows up right here. Sometimes these might even be switched. They might have this at the very end. But we just need to figure out what b minus a is. And we need to figure out what a is. Well, a is going to be here, so that's 1. And the only thing we have to figure out here is what f of x is. What f of x is. Well, f of x is this function. It's the square root of something, and so we're just going to replace the entire inside part with an x. All right, so that's all we have to figure out, and now we can write a definite integral. Our lower bound, a is going to be 1. Well, if b minus a is 4, that means b would have to be 5, since a is 1, so b is 5. And then we figured out that f of x is just the square root of x, and that's it. Dx. All right, if that square root wasn't there and was all maybe, I don't know, to the 4th, something like that, now f of x would just be not the square root of x, but it would be x to the 4th. So let's get rid of that. X to the 4th, and same thing right here. It would just be x to the 4th. Okay? And so that's the trick to doing these. Again, I'm not memorizing the entire thing. I'm just looking at a couple places and figuring out what the function is, what a is, and what b minus a is. All right, so you guys should be able to do the practice. There's only one problem I'm having you guys do. You could knock it out super quick. So go ahead and work on that either today or tomorrow. And as always, stay flawless.